Good people, we are back at it again. Welcome to Mose Knows. I am your host, Mose. Today, we are on episode 10 of the team-specific mock draft. If you've been with me all the way to this point, you already know that we are following the 2021 NFL draft order. And today, we are on the 10th team in that order, which is the Dallas Cowboys. I might have to insert some grades. I expressed my dread when I had to do the Eagles draft because I live on the East Coast. I was born and raised in Philly. I'm supposed to be an Eagles fan, but I'm not. But as a 49ers fan, I also have a rivalry with the Dallas Cowboys. And being on the East Coast where I am, there are a ton of Cowboys fans. And y'all know who y'all are. I mean, we get along, but it's like, when they talk about the Cowboys, it's just like, But for the sake of them, some of them are my friends. Y'all know who y'all are. I ain't gonna shout y'all out, but for the sake of them, for the sake of Cowboys, for the sake of my credibility, we're gonna do the best that we can to give the Dallas Cowboys some good players in this draft. We're not gonna sabotage them. We're not just going to draft a whole bunch of nose tackles or like just draft a bunch of the worst offensive linemen. We're not going to do that. We're going to do our best to give the Dallas Cowboys the best possible outcome as much as it pains me. But let's get right into it. Dallas Cowboys, 7 rounds, fast. This needs to go quick. I need to hurry up and be done with this before I burst into flames. Doing the Cowboys mock draft. What am I thinking? Cowboys fans, let's talk. Dak, 4 years, $160 million. That's an average of 40 a year. What did they say? 123 or 128 million guaranteed? And they said it was like 75 million in the first year. I mean, that might be good because it's front loaded, but 40 million a year for Dak Prescott? And see, y'all gonna get ripped because Nick Wright and Uncle Shannon and Skip, they've been talking about it. The Cowboys messed this up. They could have gave him money, last year? When he was asking for $30 million a year? But then he let Mahomes get his $50 million a year. And Dak was like, oh, the price went up. So instead of having him under contract for $30 million a year, now you got him with a contract that averages $40 million a year? Coming off the injury that he had? I mean, so we know here at the 10 spot, quarterback is not a need, clearly. But I don't know. Cowboys fans, hit me up. Let me know how y'all feel about that. But we are on the board here with the 10th pick. Offensive tackle, they list as a need. I mean, we have Tyron Smith. We have La'el Collins. I know Tyron has been struggling with some injuries as of, most recently. Do you want to take a tackle and, ensure that you have somebody there who, if he goes down, you can put in that spot? I mean, Rashawn Slater is here. He does give you guard tackle flexibility. So you can probably slate him in at the right guard spot. what's the guard? What's the guard y'all got? I'm sorry, I'm blanking on names. There's so many names. But y'all got a good guard there. I don't know if he plays left or right. I'm severely drawing a blank. I apologize. But y'all got a good guard there. But I know y'all might need an upgrade at the other guard spot. And then if Tyron Smith goes down, then you can move Slater from that guard position that he's playing and then put him at tackle. Corner is definitely a need. Patrick Surtain is on the board. So I don't see why you wouldn't take him as well. The Cowboys didn't re-sign Byron Jones, and Chidobe Awuzie and Jordan Lewis are impending free agents. And with all that money that you gave to Dak, are you going to be able to re-sign those guys at the money that they want? Or do you go get a rookie on a rookie deal? Corner is listed once, twice, 3 times. I'm going Patrick Surtain. Rashawn Slater would be a good option there. But you got to give Tyron Smith, the ability to come back and see if he can stay healthy and play at the high level of play that we are accustomed to him playing. Safety is also a need for this Dallas team. Xavier Woods is also an impending free agent, and there aren't any other viable safeties on this team. He's always here, and I want to stray away from taking him because I've taken him so much. But if he's on the board, again, I've said it in many other past videos, I don't think he will be. But because he's the best safety in this class, if he's on the board at 44 in the second round, Dallas needs to run to the podium and select him. So I'm going to do that and not spend too much time. Trayvon Mulberry, safety out of TCU, to the Dallas Cowboys at 44. That's easy. Moving right along, our pick is almost coming up in the third round. Number 75 overall. And we are back on the clock. Now, we can look to get that offensive tackle. We do need interior defensive line for this particular team. Tommy Togiai is here. Or we can go tackle James Hudson. He comes in as a third-round pick, knowing that his role right now is a backup, and he's got to come in and learn the offense. And then if Tyron Smith does go down, you can either plug him in at left tackle or move La'el Collins over to left tackle with James Hudson in at right tackle. I think you can find interior defensive line later in the draft. There are definitely a few veterans who have been released by other teams. In the 2 prior videos for the Panthers and the Broncos, they've released guys like Colon Short and Jarrell Casey. Maybe you can get, one of those guys on, a team-friendly veteran deal to come in and, plug in that interior defensive line spot. So I'm going to go James Hudson, offensive tackle out of Cincinnati, here in the third round. Have him come in knowing he's the backup, but learning the system and getting up to speed, so that in the event Tyron Smith does go down again, he can come right in and either plug in at that left tackle or have La'el Collins move over to left tackle and him plug in at the right tackle. And we're back on the clock in the third round. And y'all know what I'm going to say. Mose loves multiple picks in a round. Love multiple picks in a round. Edges in need. I can see that. Jordan Smith is here. We already got our safety, but Hamza Nasirudeen is here. Listen, a lot of people are talking about Hamza not putting enough respect on his name. He's 6'4", 225, 230. He's not going to run a 4.4 or a 4.3. Hamza's player comparison that I have given him is somebody like a Cam Chancellor. Cam Chancellor was never known for his speed, but when he played, he was always around the ball. He wasn't scared to hit, and he wasn't a liability in coverage. With the defense that Seattle played, he wasn't a liability in coverage. And when he could get his hands on the ball, he did. Hamza is better with getting his hands on the ball. He has better hands. He is a better catcher of the football than I think Cam Chancellor was. Now, Cam Chancellor might be harder of a hitter than Hamza is, but Hamza is not afraid to come and punch you in the mouth. He's not afraid to play downhill and to meet a running back in the gap and to put him down. He's not afraid to do it. So, yeah, we already took a safety, but maybe we take another safety. So we got Trayvon Moehrig as our deep third safety, our sheriff on the back end, making sure that it's a no-fly zone. And then we have Hamza as our strong safety, playing that Cam Chancellor role. And then we kind of recreate, the safety tandem of the Legion of Boom in Dallas. You have a Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor type tandem with Trayvon Moehrig and Hamza Nasirlady. That is a viable option. Deontay Brown is still here. He reminds me of a Larry Allen type, just big, mauler, just move people out the way. Ooh, this is tough. I want to go Hamza here, but my mind is telling me protect Dak at all costs. Gotta protect Dak. Gotta open up holes for Zeke to run through. And again, you gotta protect Dak. Keep him upright. Give him a pocket so that he can hit some of those wide receivers. Gallup, CeeDee Lamb. Why am I blanking on names today? The other one, you know his name. I'm blanking on names today. I got so much stuff going on. Amari Cooper. Thank you, brain. I'm blanking. I'm blanking on names today. I apologize. But you gotta protect Dak so he can hit those three guys. I'm gonna go Deontay Brown. Slide him in one of them guard spots. We do need interior defensive line. Alim McNeil is here. Marvin Wilson is here. I'm more partial to Marvin Wilson. I just like what he's done at Florida State. I think he can come in and be a force on the defensive line, especially in Dallas. So I'm going to take Marvin Wilson here at the top of the fourth round. Fill that void in that interior defensive line. Is that a pick? Listen, multiple picks in the third, multiple picks in the fourth. Dallas set out pretty nice. Edge rusher is a need. We got Cameron Sample available. We got Dalen Hayes from Notre Dame available. We could get another safety to pair with Trayvon Moehrig. I like James Wiggins here. I like Richard LeCount here. Rashad Weaver is still available. I like him a little bit better than I like Sample and Hayes. So that's an option if we want another rusher off the edge. I feel like we might need a center at some point. Maybe not. Joe Looney is an impending free agent, so you may be able to get somebody later on in the draft. Running back, not even gonna look at. Wide receiver, not even gonna look at. Tight end, that's an option. Is Blake Jarwin the guy? I don't think so. We could have went tight end a little bit earlier, but I think there were other needs, and the players that we did get at those spots were a little bit better than reaching for a tight end. Could use a linebacker to fill Sean Lee's spot. He's definitely getting up there in age. I like Monty Rice. I really do. But I don't think he fits what Dallas wants to do at the linebacker position. Corner. I mean, Trey Brown from Oklahoma's here. You get another corner. We drafted Trayvon Diggs last year. So you would hope that he could step up, and then you pair him with this old teammate. So hopefully they can recreate what they did down in Alabama. I think Anthony Brown is still under contract, right? So got a slot corner, so maybe a cornerback is not a need here. Wiggins is here. Caden Stern is still here. Caden Stern has that Texas tie. They probably scouted him the most. Just because he's in town. You know what? We can take a flyer with this second pick in the 4th round and keep our Texas guy in state. Let's go Caden Stern, safety from Texas. Not a big transition for him. He can stay in state and start his NFL career where he left his collegiate career. And we are back on the clock at 179 here in the 5th round. Let's see what edge rushers are. Shaka Tony, Patrick Johnson. Ryan Huber is here, okay. Trey McKee's going. That's okay. Maybe we'll find a tight end in free agency. Linebacker, Joshua Ross. Might be a viable option, just don't Let's go back to edge. I like Shaka Tony a lot from Penn State. I think Patrick Johnson might be a better fit for what the Cowboys do. So I'm gonna go Patrick Johnson. Edge rusher out of Tulane. Is that? No. So we just had a later 5th round and early 7th, possibly due to trade. All right, let's see who's available. Let's check a look at tackle. No, let's take interior line. Drake Jackson's here. You're probably going to see Drake Jackson a lot because he could go to any one of these teams just because of his versatility. if we do lose Joe Looney, he can step in and play center. We did draft a guard in Deontay Brown, but he does give you guard flexibility. But I would nab him right here for him to play that center role. We can move on from Joe Looney and pay Drake Jackson on that rookie wage scale. So give me Drake Jackson for that interior O-line as well. Dallas loves drafting offensive linemen. They love being able to keep a clean pocket for the quarterback and open up holes for the running back. Injuries and departures have kind of held them back, that offensive line unit back. But when they were healthy, when that offensive line was healthy, they were the best in the game. So we're going to try to recreate that during this draft, especially after giving Dak $160 million over 4 years. Okay. Back on the clock in the 7th round. This can usually be a toss-up pick. We got CD, we got Amari Cooper. Could we add another wide receiver? Maybe somebody with a little bit of speed. Jalen Darden, who can also give us help in the return game. I know CD, they use him in the return game, but do you want to continue to use him, in that role when he's possibly, when he's number 2 receiver, could be number 1 receiver if you move on from Amari Cooper soon. I know Michael Gallup also can give you something in the return game, but do you want to nab a speedy receiver like Darden who can stretch the field, maybe help you with some gadget plays, but also give you that versatility in the return game? You could go there. Thomas Graham Jr., he can come in and battle for that nickel cornerback spot with Anthony Brown. Tay Gowan is probably one of the fastest corners in the league. You can go there. You're going to see a lot of wide receivers and corners that are left over on the board. Alaric Johnson is a guy that I like in the later rounds. It's a viable, tackle option.
It's too late.
Let's see. Grant Stewart's here. He's small. Corner, safety, linebacker, tight end, center, really not much left for us to do. I want CD to focus on being a wide receiver. Yes, I understand what he can offer you in the return game. And if you have to go to him in a tough spot, then maybe you do to get the team a spark. But I want CD to focus on receiver. Focus on being that number 2 and potentially building himself into that number 1 go-to type receiver. So I'm going to select Jalen Darden, wide receiver out of North Texas. Bring him in, as our speedster who can take the top off the defense and offer, versatility in the return game to take that responsibility away from CeeDee Lamb. And I believe that is going to do it for the Dallas Cowboys. I apologize. That slipped. That was unprofessional. I apologize. That's going to do it. So let's take a look. 10th overall pick, we take Patrick Surtain the second. Pair him with his teammate that we drafted last year, Trayvon Diggs from Alabama. Recreate the magic that they had down there. Second round pick, 44 overall, we take Trayvon Mulrig. We need a safety in this defense. We had the best safety in the class. 75, we get offensive tackle James Hudson. Third round, he's a backup tackle for us. And in the event that Tyron Smith goes down, we have a young guy that we've been grooming. We add another mauler on that offensive line in Deontay Brown from Alabama. Stick him in at the guard spot and just let him run people over. He still has some things to learn and refine in his game, but in that running game, opening up holes for Zeke, I think he's a perfect fit for what Dallas wants to do. At 115, we take interior defensive line Marvin Wilson and plug him in on that defense. At 139, we take safety Caden Stern, pair him with Trayvon Mulrig. And now that secondary of this Cowboys unit has been revamped and retooled with young guys. And we're moving forward that way. Add an edge rusher, Patrick Johnson, to go opposite DeMarcus Lawrence and give us, a rotational pass rusher. In the late rounds, 194, we take Drake Jackson, throw him into that center spot, and now our offensive line is solidified. And with the last pick in the 7th round for the Cowboys, number 232, we take wide receiver Jalen Darden. He's going to come in, be our speedster, maybe throw him in some gadget plays. He's going to step right in as our punt and kick returner, kind of take that from responsibility from CeeDee Lamb and let him focus on being number 1, number 2 wide receiver for this offense. And that's going to do it. Cowboys fans, I tried to help you all as best as I could. Now, I'm sure some picks you liked, some picks you didn't like. Let me know. Hit me down in the comment section. For all my homies watching, y'all got my info. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on Facebook. You got my number. Text me. Anybody else want to hit me on my socials? I'm going to link those in the description below. Do me a favor. Throw a thumbs up. Like this video for me if you can. If you watched any part of it, if you sat through the entire thing, I greatly appreciate you. Take 2 seconds. Hit that subscribe button. Take another 2 seconds. Hit that bell icon so that you get notified when episode 11 of the team-specific mock draft series drops. Again, love you, appreciate you. Thanks for spending time with Mose Knows, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.